Ladies and gentlemen, the market has woken up. If you're not paying attention, you will miss the biggest move of wealth in our lifetime. It's the kind of moment when regular people who were ignored, laughed at, or even called crazy for packing their bags become the ones everyone wants to be like. The whole world of money is changing right in front of our eyes. Bitcoin, stocks, commodities, and real estate. And if you don't get ready now, you'll be left behind while the early adopters build wealth that will last for generations. The blocks are set up. The first one has already been tipped. Now, the whole chain effect is about to happen very quickly. This is not advice about money. I know this sounds like something I've said before, but the best chances always appear when the market seems unstable. Remember times in history when people were scared. 2008, the crash in March 2020, and even the lows in the crypto winter. Let's get to the point because markets are electric right now. XRP is heating up in a way that feels eerily like how it did in the past. Do you remember August 2017? That's when XRP went up. Let's jump ahead 4 years to 2021. The same thing happened. That was 4 years ago, and now we're back to the same situation. Are you sure that history won't rhyme again? The chart is yelling, the market is getting more liquid, and regulatory winds are falling like dominoes. When this powder keg goes off, it won't just be a pump, it'll be a full-on explosion. USA Today just published an article about how XRP is one of the best $500 investments you can make right now. That's not a secret Telegram group, that's the mass media. They said what we've been saying for years, that XRP is finally becoming the blue chip cryptocurrency it was always meant to be because of its unbeatable speed, low cost, and clear regulations. When you add in the Genius Act, the effects will be huge, no pun meant. Ripple's CTO David Schwartz said it very well. Banks haven't jumped into XRP yet, not because they don't believe in it, but because they're afraid of breaking the rules and putting their necks out too early. As soon as the rules are made clear, though, it's game over. Because the technology works, every bank and other organization that wants to make payments faster, cheaper, and across borders will turn to XRP. You're already ready for that tidal wave if you've been waiting. That's why the next few weeks are so important. It's not coming. The real bull run is already here. Alt season is winding up. The mood is changing, and you can't deny the energy on crypto Twitter, YouTube, and the trade floors. The people who always act like they don't believe in crypto are very quiet all of a sudden. Why? Since they are buying. This season doesn't crawl when it rips. It doesn't knock on your door and ask nicely if you'd like to join. If you're not ready, it hits you like a goods train. Being in the right place before the fireworks start is very important. That's exactly why I stress how important it is to stake, have passive income, and place yourself strategically. Being in a hurry can't happen when the rocket lifts off. You need to be on the launch pad already. Don't look at XRP or even crypto for a moment, though. This bull run is about a lot of different things. This is a big wave of the tide. Take a look. Global trade is changing because of tariffs. The rate of inflation is going down, investments in AI are going through the roof, and trillions of dollars are moving across borders to find return. America has brought in almost $17 trillion in new investments. Making things is coming back. Tech firms are growing like crazy. It's coming together. Factories, AI labs, and chip plants. Now, here's something that really interested me. What SEC Commissioner Paul Atkins calls Project Crypto was released. He said that the SEC would not sit back and let new ideas grow in other countries while our capital market stayed the same. Check out what's written. In this statement, the government says they will no longer act like crypto doesn't exist. They are no longer fighting the tide. They're on board. And since Trump wants to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world, you can bet that policy will soon match up with new ideas. That's jet fuel for the shop. Take a look at this. There's a spark in every circle. As we saw before, it was stimulus checks and acceptance by institutions. It was all about ICOs before that. In this case, it's governmental green lights plus trillions of dollars in capital from AI and tech. It's not that the pieces are just falling into place. Governments, businesses, and institutions that can't ignore crypto are pushing them into place. You're already here. You're already ahead of the rest of the group. That's the edge. That's why I say it over and over. It's too late for most people to figure out what's going on. They are the ones who will buy XRP at $20 and chase NVIDIA after a 500% run. Wishing they had clicked on the saved comment months earlier. Don't be that guy. But we're not done yet. The stock market is quietly getting ready for its own fireworks while all eyes are on crypto. The S&P fell and tech slowed down a bit, but a shift is happening below the surface. The smart money is moving, putting its money together, and getting ready for the next leg up. When volatility goes through the roof, people who don't worry end up making a lot of money. They bet on different sides of the board and play the long game. Also, don't forget that the real story is going on in the background while Wall Street analysts fight about quarterly earnings. The small caps are the plays that most people don't think about until it's too late. That's where the 10x, 20x, and even 100x gains hide. Read about the past. Amazon wasn't always like it is now. It was an unreliable online bookshop. Before AI, Nvidia was just another stock in a semiconductor company. Now it is the main jewel of Silicon Valley. Ethereum was first thought of by a nerd as a way to make smart contracts. It is now the core of DeFi. There are secret gems in every cycle, and this one is no different. The main change this time is that things are moving faster. Things that used to take years now happen in months or even weeks. When meme coins first come out, they are worth billions of dollars very quickly. After a single big step forward, tech trends can take off like a rocket. It doesn't take long for information to spread, people to start using it, and money to move to where the spark is strongest. That's the reason you shouldn't just wait and see. It's gone by the time you see it. This is where asymmetric placement is very important. You don't have to take chances on every new thing that comes out. You need to pick a few plays with a high chance of happening and put a lot of money into them. That's how rich people get rich. And it's also why XRP is so strong right now. It's for sure. This is not a job for later. The method has been tried and tested, and it's about to go through a 4-year cycle that keeps happening automatically. It could be used all over the world. Even though XRP is getting a lot of attention, don't forget about the economy as a whole. It doesn't just lift one boat, it lifts the whole fleet. Things you haven't given much thought to will suddenly fall apart, stories you've ignored will suddenly be all over the news, and shows that seemed dead will come back to life overnight. That's why bull runs are so powerful. There is a rush of money coming in. At the same time, diplomacy is adding to the fire. When there are trade wars, tariffs, or changes in relationships, money flows to safe havens and growth plays. People look for alternatives to standard markets when they don't seem safe. Anything outside the system like gold, Bitcoin, real estate, and so on, they don't go back once they try crypto. They understand how fast, worldwide, and unstoppable this new system is. It's like finding the web for the very first time. Once you've done it, you don't unplug. Now I'd like to talk about AI, which is the quiet giant that is merging with crypto. The world is being eaten by AI, which needs infrastructure, chips, computers, networks, and yes, decentralized solutions. Crypto is what AI needs to be able to scale widely, safely, and without any problems. When AI and blockchain work together, they'll open up options that are bigger than anything we've seen before. Imagine having the things that power both movements at the same time. That's not just taking money out, it's history on the cutting edge. Income that doesn't need to be worked for. Investors with a lot of money don't just look for returns, they also look for ways to make money. They get paid while they sleep, and now crypto lets regular people do the same. Staking, farming for yield, and loans. These terms aren't just fads, they're new ways of handling money. When you own assets that go up in value and bring in daily cash, you're growing your wealth in 2 ways at the same time. Those steps will help you get rich quickly and also keep your wealth. Also, let's be honest, some things get in the way of every bull run. There will be noise, politicians fighting, fear-mongering by the media, celebrities endorsing things that make you cringe, and stories happening all the time. However, none of that changes the truth. Capital always wants to grow, and crypto, AI, and the combination of the two are the biggest growth drivers right now. It will help you cut through the noise and get to the top if you keep your mind on that. Also, check out the timeline. Right now is the exact time when cycles change. People who were tired of bear markets are now cautiously optimistic. The careful people will soon get FOMO. And fear of missing out, FOMO, is what makes soaring moves happen. We've seen it before and are about to see it again. It doesn't matter how many people say it can't last. Where the biggest gains are, that's where they live. For those who are wondering, what about rules? Won't the government stop this? Allow me to be clear, it's not being shut down, they're going to join. The people who work for the SEC are calling this the North Star of innovation. CBDCs are being used by governments. Crypto systems are becoming legal in more places. The fight is over. Adoption won out. Now the only question is, are you inside this wave? Are you going to watch other people surf from the shore? It's not just about getting rich either. It has to do with freedom. Crypto lets you send money quickly around the world without asking for permission. People get their power back through this. When prices go up and down and banks freeze your funds, crypto is the only way to get out of a world where politicians decide what you can and can't do with your money. It's about cash independence. You can't go back after tasting that. Right now, the future is being made. For XRP, the goal is to become the link between global banking. Ethereum is still the leader in smart contracts. Layer 2s are getting bigger. Solana is coming back. AI coins are making their own spaces. The environment is full of life and growth, and it's about to catch fire. You don't have to see everything. You just need to catch the right waves. In 5 years, do you want to be the person who says, I wish I had bought more when it was clear? Or do you want to be the one who takes out profits, builds up assets, and lives the life you've always dreamed of? You can choose, but you only have a short time to do so. You don't have to let the bull run happen. It doesn't wait for you to feel good. You are punished for hesitating and rewarded for being sure. Also, right now, faith is everything. That's why I say it over and over. Put yourself in a position, make a plan, and don't let noise bother you.